Hi, welcome back to Sadler of Nails. So I am going to show you how to size your nails for press-ons. And first I'm going to show you how to size them using a sizing kit. Now this is the sizing kit that comes from my shop, so please understand that not every press-on nail artist uses the same nails. So if you are going to purchase some from a particular shop, please make sure that you go by their sizes and their sizing kit. So my sizing kit comes with natural and sculpted nails so that you can try out both fits. First, I am trying out the sculpted fit, and you can see here on the first one, which is size 0, that is the largest nail. It was going past my nail bed a little bit, so the 0 was a little bit too big for me. And now I am trying the size 1 nail. You can see there it fits pretty perfect, but I am going to try the next size down and just make sure that one doesn't fit me even better. And you can see here that the 2 is actually popping up off my nail. So that is where you get the nails popping off, is when they are too small. So if you find you're wearing press-ons and they're popping off on you, you've probably put on a size too small, and just go up a size next time. So here I'm writing down the number 1 for my thumb, and now we're going to move on to my index finger. I'm trying out the number 4 first. I mean, you can just have a look at the nails and kind of eyeball which ones are going to fit you. This one does look like it could work, but I do feel like it is a little bit too big. So I'm going to try the size down, which is the number 5. And I do prefer the way the number 5 fits on my index finger better. So I am going to go with that one. Now you can see that I do write the numbers on top of the nail. Now the nail also has the number written down on the inside, either near the cuticle or the tip. I use Aprés nails, and they started out by putting the number at the tip, and then they redid their nails, and they now add the number at the cuticle as well. So I have both. I have their older and their newer, same quality. So that's why you might notice that. Now for my middle, I tried the number 3. I felt that it was a little bit too big. And now the 4, you can see there, it fits my nail bed perfectly. You're looking for the nail to basically fit you from sidewall to sidewall without obviously popping off or, squishing your finger. You don't want these to feel uncomfortable. They should not feel uncomfortable. So you can see here the number 6 on my ring is popping up. If you have to really force it down on your nail, then it is too small. So here we go. You can see the number 5 fits my ring nail perfectly. So I will be going with 5 for the ring finger as well. It's the same as my index, although they are shaped differently. The nails do fit on the fingers differently. So you can get away, like if you mess up by one size, you can get away with, wearing one size up or down. But then once you get your sizes figured out, you're good to go. So here you see number 7 on my pinky. I could probably go with the number 7. It was a little bit big. And the number 8 here, it is a little bit too small. So I like to go with the 8. You can get a 7 and try to file it down to the size. I don't like doing that, and I don't like suggesting that, because the nails do come designed and painted, and if you file away at the edges, you're obviously risking chipping the nail. So in that case, I would go a little bit smaller so that you don't, have lifting and space around the edge. So now I'm going to show you the Sculpted. These are the Sculpted. The first ones I was showing you was natural. I did mess up. Sorry about that. I added text, so hopefully you saw that. So you can see here, the Sculpted nails do fit a little bit different. You cannot assume that if you are one size in natural that you're the same size in Sculpted. And that is why I provide the sizing kit that has both so that you can try them out. Because you can see here that in the Sculpted, I was actually a size 0 for the thumb, where the natural, I'm a size 1. I also want to mention that you should get a sizing kit for every shape that you want to wear, because the sizes for stiletto versus the sizes for, say, coffin, they're not the same, unfortunately. I know, like, it sucks. It's really frustrating for me that Aprés is not consistent between shapes, but unfortunately they're not. So I just would advise that if you're, into different shapes, that you get a sizing kit for each one, or you can measure your nails, which I am going to show you after I show you how to size your nails with the sizing kit. And then I also wanted to show you what the difference is between the Sculpted and the natural. You can see here when I'm putting these on that there is quite a bit of space between the nail and my nail bed. That is called the apex. It provides better structure. I think the Sculpted nails look nicer, like their silhouette, I should say, on the finger. I prefer the shape of Sculpted versus natural. I'm going to be honest. I mostly wear Sculpted nails. Yeah, that's it. However, when I sell press-ons, I usually sell natural, because I guess people just don't understand, like, what do I do with that bubble? You just add more glue, honestly. That's it. You just add more glue. You can even backfill the nail if you've noticed you've put it on and you can literally see a gap between your natural nail and the press-on nail. You can go in with your glue and backfill it. So you just fill it right up with glue. It does take a while to dry, which is why I suggest putting your press-on nails on at night before you go to bed. So, you can stick them on. They're not going to come off while you sleep, because they will be adhered enough, to whatever you do in your sleep. But they will also fully dry for those hours that you're sleeping. And hopefully you won't be getting them exposed to any water. So that is what I suggest. And that is how you size your nails with the sizing kit that you can get on my website, sadlerupnails.com. So next, I'm going to show you how you can measure your nails with a flexible measuring tape. You're going to need to measure your nails in millimeters. So see this little tiny space? That is 1 millimeter, okay? Don't do centimeters or inches. Don't try to do this in inches. You can't, because I don't know anybody's nail bed who is longer than an inch. So you're going to use millimeters. Now, there are 10 millimeters in every centimeter. So you see all the millimeters in that space where the 3 is, that's 10. And then that other little line that's a little bit bigger, that's 15. So you can see here that my thumb is 16 millimeters. I feel like I'm in math class right now, but I understand that this is metric and not a lot of people might use millimeters, but please, 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 if you're sending your sizes to a press-on nail artist, you have to use millimeters. So you can see here for my index, I am at 12 millimeters, and for the middle, so you do just want to make sure you're measuring the widest part of your nail bed. Don't try to measure like I don't know, the circumference of your cuticle. Just go from sidewall to sidewall where the widest part is and count the millimeters. That's all you gotta do. It is pretty easy. I believe this is a measuring tape for sewing, like clothing and stuff. I stole it from my mom's, what is it called? I don't know, her freaking sewing kit. Yeah, I stole this from my mother's sewing kit. So this is for sewing. So I don't know, look up like flexible measuring tape. But you don't necessarily need a measuring tape. If you have a ruler, you can do this with a ruler, and I will show you how after this wonderful demonstration. So here we go, 9. You see that? Because it was 1 less than going to the next centimeter. So that's 9 millimeters. Okay. So you can see here that that's how my measurements are. And what you can do is most press-on nail artists have charts, so you can coordinate that with the chart. However, for myself, I prefer that you actually send me your measurements in millimeters because, like I said, every single shape is a little bit different. So I will actually make sure they fit you. So here I'm showing you how you can use or measure your nails with a straight measuring tape. Now here I cut a strip of paper and I put it across my nail bed, and then I just made little like indents on where the edge of my sidewall was, and then now I'm flattening it out and I'm measuring it. And these should come out to the same measurements. Let's hope they do. So that's 16 millimeters. So we're off to a good start here. Now you can use tape, masking tape. I didn't have any tape. So this is literally the way to do it if you have like 0 supplies. But you definitely need the measuring tape. Do not try to guess what a millimeter is, because that's just not gonna work. Also, I don't understand how some press-on nail artists are able to measure your nails just by like looking at a picture of them. That is not a talent that I have. So do not just send me a picture of your hand and be like, can't you get my sizes from this? Because I cannot do that. You could be zoomed in, it could be zoomed out. I really don't know how anyone's able to do that. If they have done it, it has to be fluke. It really does. So just measure the nails. It's really easy. And even if you are off by a millimeter, it's not that big of a deal. You saw how small a millimeter is. It's really not going to make or break whether the nails fit you or not, that 1 millimeter. And if you send me your sizes, because I've made so many nails and I've done so many sets, like I'll be able to figure it out. Don't worry about that. I will. And if they don't fit, we can do some replacement nails. It's not a big deal. Not all of them won't fit. Some will fit. You've got 10 fingers. So it is not a big deal. I feel like people don't want to try press-on nails, especially from like a custom press-on nail artist who only does like sets of 10 like myself, because they're just so afraid it's going to be a waste of money. You know, they're not going to fit and like the whole set is just going to be garbage. That's not the case, guys. We're not just going to leave you hanging if a couple nails don't fit. And honestly, if you send me your sizes this way in millimeters, I usually throw in like 4 extra nails for free. So just putting that out there. Don't be afraid of the sizing. It's really not that bad. It really isn't. You might be afraid that once you start wearing them, you're going to get addicted. That is something I would be afraid of. I should add too that my right hand and left hand are the same, but that is not the case with everybody. So don't just measure one of your hands and assume your other hand is going to be the same, because that is not the case. It is the case with me. It is common for your hands to both be the same, but it's also common for your hands to be different. So just don't assume they're the same. So there you go. That is how to size. Thanks for watching.